Hey Parafans, it's ParaDon here with a brand new segment. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I've been watching and listening to for the month of November. First up, we've got Josh Gates, Expedition Unknown, Hunt for Extraterrestrials. It's a 4-part series. It sees Josh Gates travelling around the world in his hunt for extraterrestrials. It's a bit of a throwback to his roots of Destination Truth. Remember that show? I always loved that show. Watched every single episode. Here he teams up with the likes of James Fox. Now remember James Fox? He used to be in Chasing UFOs. If you haven't seen that show, that's pretty cool as well. He is also produced a few documentaries. And he was recently in Australia, as recent as last month. I think it may have been September. And he's currently trying to find hard evidence and proof that there is extraterrestrial life out there. And he's got some people who have backed him. I'm not sure who it is, but they're offering $100,000. And that's some pretty serious Australian moolah when you cash it over. So his reason for his trip to Oz, as well as a few speaking gigs, he's also been researching the 1966 Westall UFO sighting, which happened in Melbourne, Victoria. Check that out if you can. There's lots of great evidence and great testimonials on what people saw. Next up on Netflix, Belief. The Possession of Janet Moses. It's a New Zealand docudrama about a family whose belief that one of their own had fallen victim to a possession by a Makatu or Maori curse. The 4-day-long exorcism resulted in her dry land drowning death, basically. First responders and court officials talk in this docudrama, and they paint a really compassionate picture about this extremely close-knit family and their love for Janet and their ultimate belief and determination to release her soul from this curse. It's pretty compelling and well worth the watch. As I said, you can catch it on Netflix right now, and let me know what you think. On Podcast One at the moment, you can catch a true crime series called The Trials of the Vampire, and it tells the story of Shane Chartres Aboot, Melbourne's own 200-year-old vampire gigolo. That's right, folks. And what would become the most expensive investigation in Victorian history, and what a cracker of a story it is. The podcast delves into Shane's background prior to him being accused of raping and mutilating another sex worker who was also a client. This all takes place back in August 2002. Adam Shand, the podcast creator, he talks to family, friends, and business associates who give listeners insight into Shane's heritage, childhood, and lifestyle leading up to his gangland-style slaying. That happened in June 2003. That's when he's murdered on his way to give evidence in court. Was he silenced before he could tell his story, and who was responsible? These are the burning questions. Witnesses tell how he'd feared for his life in the weeks prior to being gunned down, and he was gunned down in front of his reservoir home that he shared with his pregnant at the time girlfriend, and she witnessed his slaying as well. Twists and turns abound in this one. Thanks, Parafans. Shine on, you crazy diamonds. Thanks for listening, and let me know what you think about these podcasts and shows if you get a chance to check them out. That's ParaDon, over and out.